As a working professional, do you sometimes feel that the joy of getting your monthly salary, dissipates way too quickly? Especially because as the alert is coming in, the bills are also following. This 1 minute, you're very happy. Your brain releases dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure and rewards. And then before you say Jack Robinson, your brain releases stress hormone, cortisol. And you're like, gosh, where did all the money go? This high stress level can disrupt your sleep. It can increase your blood pressure. It can basically lead to all this bad combination. And that's why I always want to have money. Today, I will be sharing with you my paycheck routine that has been helping me to avoid stress. And trust me, no gimmicks, no fluffs, just simple moves that have really, really helped me and has really worked for me. The first one is to have a budget.
We are on a very tight budget.
With a budget in place, I know exactly where my money is going. And this takes away the guesswork or the anxiety around, I don't want to overspend. I don't want to spend on what I shouldn't spend on. And the way I do this is simple. 3 things. I track my expenses. I start first by listing out all the necessary expenses like rent, utilities, groceries, and then I factor in credit card repayments. I add what I need for my investments, what I need for my savings. And I even set aside a bit for entertainment, personal spending, and I always want to maintain that balance. And then the second thing I do is I prioritize what I need, what I want. Once I have mapped out my expenses and I have mapped out my, fixed bills, my contributions towards the fixed bills and my savings, my investments, I then look at the rest wants. Do I really need them? Can I skip all this? I make sure it is very much balanced and I separate my needs into wants. So when my payday arrives, I already know exactly how much is going to where. And this takes away the stress of managing my money on the fly. No, I don't do that. You see, this simple practice has helped me to stay disciplined for more than a decade. It ensures that I am on track with my financial goals and it gives me a feeling that I am in control. I always have a spreadsheet, a Microsoft spreadsheet where every month I have the budget and I put against it the actual. And this template has been with me for a long time, but I have simplified it and I'll put a link in the description box. Feel free to check it out. And you can also use it to start planning your expenses. The second one that I have done is to automate my savings and investments. This has made my life a lot easier. So the moment I get paid, it automatically moves into my savings account or my investment account. And this way, I ensure that I am paying myself first without even thinking about it. This also makes it easier for me to stay consistent. I have a separate account for my emergency savings. I have something separate for my retirement. And then if I have any other short-term goal, I put that aside as well. Automation helps me to keep myself disciplined. It helps me avoid the temptation to spend the money on things that I do not really want to spend it on. And this also helps me not to feel that Dangote spirit. I don't feel that Dangote spirit when money hits my account because, again, I already know where it's going. The automation is already taking its own. So I just know that my head, because again, some people, once the salary hits, they feel rich, like Dangote. And then before the end of the month, they're like, where did they all go? They start feeling the opposite of Dangote. Okay. And then the third thing I do is I allocate, and I do this when I'm making my budget, I allocate guilt-free spending. Let's be real. I do not keep it tight. It's not that tight budget that every penny has to know.
Definitely, I'm here to enjoy life. I'm not here to suffer.
I want to continue to grind and put in the work, but I also want to take care of myself. So this is something I look forward to each month. And I sometimes call it my motivation money. I want to live my life with the things that I love, and this can range from ice cream to my gym subscription to a gold jewelry. I set aside always that small amounts for myself to say, I am not saving, I'm not investing, I'm just enjoying life. Yeah. And this also prevents me from overspending because I know the buckets that I have to enjoy myself. It's a small step, but it makes a big difference to my financial pace and helps me to keep my budget reasonable and sustainable. And then the last one, I am always looking at my spreadsheet. I review and I adjust regularly. At the end of every month, I compare my actual spend with my budget, what has worked, what hasn't, and I adjust accordingly. truth be told, it doesn't always go as I plan 100%, which is fine so long as the every wants are going correctly. And this isn't just about a perfect routine, it's about one that adapts to my life and keeps me moving towards the financial freedom that I seek. And I always like to say that a paycheck routine is not about restricting yourself. It's about leveraging each paycheck as it comes to create options and security for yourself. Know that every time money hits your account, it's a chance, it's your own chance to make small but powerful moves, that can over time lead to huge results. And that's why I would advise that you start today with a budget. You have to plan before the money comes in, know where your money is going, and make sure it is going to places that would eventually bring you that financial peace of mind and reduce your stress level, your cortisol level. So if this video has been helpful, you would also like my video on how I am building wealth at over 40. Yeah, I'm 41 this year. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.